Allô, allô, bonjour tout le monde. Ça va bien? J'espère que oui. Même si je sais que je suis tout seul, mais bon, c'est pas grave. Hmm. Oh, attends, faut changer de quoi? Attends, faut changer ça. Pfiou. On va mettre, mais on va enlever ça. Attends, comme ça. Ça, c'est mieux. Bon. Ah, ça, c'est pas supposé bugger comme hier. Hier, c'était assez intense parce que là, ça arrêtait pas de bugger, mais là, ça devrait plus bugger, là. En ce que j'espère.
The form of the unknown causes one to stop, while the unpredictable shadow dances gracefully.
Oui. Bon. On a Kafka puis on a elle. Sauf que la dernière fois que j'ai essayé de le faire, ça n'a pas marché. Je me suis fait exploser. Mais c'est pas grave, on est pas là pour ça. Un peu de farm. Puis... Ouais. Un farm. Puis l'histoire. Oui. Niveau 70, peut-être que je serais capable de le monter. On va le monter. Celui-là, Casteris, mais ça, il est déjà niveau 80. Oui. Celui-là aussi, mais celui-là, non. Va falloir faire ça aussi. On peut y arriver. On va le faire. On le fait.
Don't worry, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Choose you.
Mais je pense que c'est pas le seul perso que tu peux prendre, gros.
I grant you this, as you wish.
Ah, le heal, important.
I can't die.
Même si j'ai heal pas au complet. Parce que bah... Écoutez, ils ont trop de PV. Ils ont trop de PV. Et quand t'es rendu à 10 000 PV pis que tes healers sont pas capables, ça fait un peu ch'tout. Mais bon.
Please, wait here.
Is this how it feels to be in sync?
Me!
Une sync.
Remember that. Trust me. We can do anything.
Anything. On entend tellement rien quand il parle. C'est quand même triste dans un sens.
Don't worry, I'll do it.
Nami Nami. Bon.
Please cherish the time before you embrace new life.
On va toutes les exploser. On va les exploser avec Pollux.
Dead souls, return to dust.
Je pense qu'ils sont morts. Voilà, ça va être encore lui. Boum. Merde. Allez. On les explose.
I only wish that death may protect us.
Ouais. Ça fait pas mal de dommages, mais je trouve que ça en fait pas assez. Mais c'est pas grave. C'est pas grave. On continue. On continue l'histoire. Parce que là, ben... C'est ça. Oh. L'affectation était finie. On les repart. En soi, je la trouve pas super forte. Comme healers et comme dégâts aussi. Mais c'est pas grave. Pas grave, ils sont bons pareil. trouve toujours un moyen de les rendre bons. Ok. Bon, bah, on va continuer, I guess.
This place is rich with the sweet scent of flowers. Can we stay here for a while longer?
On va prendre Mighty Mouse. C'est trop fort, Mighty Mouse. Been returned sometime after that. Ah, donc il en manque deux. Strife. No defeat. Time. Back then, the incarnation of time entrust mem to you at the Temple of the Tree Fate. Back then, the lively girl with red hair fulfilled her mission and bade the first farewell. Ah, ok, ouais. Time speak no fairness, yet it never stopped. And now, this power reside in your hand. Wow. On a un pouvoir maintenant. See you tomorrow, try it. The reason. Not long ago, the head of the Grove Sage helped you repeal the menace, and that is the Black Tide. Still no longer past. That unruly scholar staged on one performance, granting you a glimpse of time of this world truth at the cost of his life. Wow. Oh, the incarnation of reason at edge of existence. Have you found your answer? In death. The prophecy once made the hand of shadow choose two, granting one the fate of death. Yet their bonds wove at hauntingly beautiful tale that stretched across time. At the time, the incarnation of death, who journeyed from the nether realm to the living world, choose to remain in that sea of flower, retrieving your future. At the end of the west wing, when we shall meet again, Castoris. Wow. What a long journey it's been. Ouais. I don't know. C'est pas, c'était le fun pareil. Oh. Don't be influenced by the noise outside, just focus on the key word in your mind. It is indeed difficult, but you should still cling tightly to your inspiration, weaving in heartfelt and elegant verse. Alright, this is an impossible task. Just one glance at your phone. It won't disrupt your thought. Or so you tell yourself. Oh, c'est Cypher. Grey mystery. Last time Stinxia, zero time for treasure hunting, absolute disaster. Now the river of soul mostly retreat. I'm back in the water, a big shiny shit. Qu'est-ce que c'est, Get here and we'll die. Ouais. On sait comment ça finit avec elle. Forget the past for now. It only brings sorrow but sadness has no... Ah, ok, il continue. Calice. Ah bah là, il a arrêté finalement.
Oh, Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful.
Wow.
And the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it?
No, not the time to feel down. I miss Race too.
No, no, this shouldn't be so depressing. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together. By the way, it was Miss Cipher who asked us to come here. But where? Huh?
What's that sound?
I don't know.
Ça doit être elle.
Feels so. Let's.
J'ai jamais vraiment compris le pouvoir de Cypher là. C'est plus genre, tu écoutes, elle lance une pièce puis il faut qu'elle aille la chercher genre.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Careful, careful. It's
Oh.
a piece of black. Now, where have I seen this before?
Flame River.
What? How could they?
Huh?
Mimi, look out!
You want to the pink puppy, don't you? Is it finally time for me to bow out?
Wait! We both know what this thing can do. Let's try our best to deal with them for now. And
On s'en fout, mal explosé.
Of souls is full of fish, big and delicious.
what?
What?
The flame chase journey stops now. Yeah.
Que? Que?
Meow? I don't understand this language at all.
Que? What a terrible person, let's leave.
Don't run! I'm the real Cipher. The real one. Come on, don't be upset. I'm just
Oof.
giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that.
Oh ouais, so you're playing both good cop and bad cop. Well, ain't I grateful for the reminder. I'm so strong that I don't need your reminder.
Really? But just a minute ago, that gray hair of yours was all standing up. So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how... For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak? We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around. That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Oui.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality. A power to make lies into reality? That's got all my hair
Nice, now we know your secret.
I sure love your arrogance, gray mystery. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone is on the sides. We still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right?
Oui.
Let's wrap up here.
On a besoin de trésors, tu vois, d'argent.
Oh,
C'est
was
important.
that your teleslate?
C'est un téléphone, mais bon, c'est pas grave. Ah, c'est lui. I didn't wake you up. Currently, I can't stay idle. It's time to continue our training. Let's go to the groove, shall we? Mais je peux pas, je suis déjà avec Cypher.
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. Do you think I'll spend it all? That's so not what. Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well.
You shall walk
You
with
shall
greed.
walk with greed and die over petty change. But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep going down this path. That That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on.
J'ai le trésor à Castoris.
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donham.
Okay. Consider like yourself, you would be willing to journey so far to expect the express.
Archimans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo. It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akima. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. Wow. This puzzle has stumped Amphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight, even someone as gifted as yourself.
In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appeared that many scholars from Amphorius believed the taboo against the world beyond the sky stemmed from a curse cast from Aquila.
Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Amphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious. The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Additionally, Aquila is one of the 2 titans whose core flame have yet to be returned.
The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the flame chase journey was...
If returning Aquila's core flame can break the sky curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on hating the Chrysos heirs.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems. Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
By all means, please proceed, but be careful. The express thruster are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
Oh, ils vont gosser avec le power. Le power de l'express. This is unbelievable. You seem to understand its structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Not exactly, but we Anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning. If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
I don't understand. Does the Council of Elder possess some secret meaning of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
Maybe this is not a decision by the Council of Elder, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Hmm. Hmm. Forgive me, Lord Ligus, but I must be frank. When visiting Downcloud, I reviewed the record of many Council Elder. Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motive, anyone cautious will have doubt.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Uh-oh. Is this a trap? Is that why you accompanying me here?
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral. Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
Ouh. Ça va être de quoi là? 1 against 4 then. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral. Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
You were not wrong about one thing, Lord Ligus. Indeed, we must try to return to our companion. But our companions now also include the flame-chasing Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore this fate of our companion.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
When I ask if you'd help, I mean the one who need help are them. Ouf! Ouf! Diane qui va transformer en Battle va toutes les exploser. Oh, une animation.
You have such overwhelming powers. Why? Answer me. Why do you stand in her way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore! Drag him back here, friend! Are you okay?
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me.
Always keeping me on edge.
Thanks for worrying, buddy. Thanks for the help. To
Face
Aquila
Aquila.
and other potential
Wow.
threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Oui.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the river of time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began. again.
Hmm.
It's a good thing Cartonis is the finest blacksmith in Amphorius. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartonis is part of this flame chase journey after all.
Oh, ouais.
Full of energy.
Full of energy.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Finon, I've been somewhat concerned about you. Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that swordmaster in black.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Don't worry.
Hmm,
I'm
ouais.
not wielding my sword for revenge. He's been through Nikodor's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties.
Neglect my duties. Oui, c'est important. You've really grown.
Far from finished. I must continue sharpening my skills until I can. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down. I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Sure, that's what I've been looking forward to. Why today, I'm definitely going to.
What are you reading before? Why to take the interesting home? Well, wow. Why not take the interesting one home?
Oh, great idea! However, that would mean no more reasons to visit the Grove.
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here. The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the library of Philia.
Ouais, mais on lit pas des livres, nous. Nous, on se bat. Oh shit. Ça a l'air qu'il y a un téléporteur là-bas. Il est activé? Ouais, il est activé, ok. Ah, bah ouais, ok, ouais, je suis déjà venu ici. Ouais, je comprends. Head to the library. Par là? Pourquoi il y a du bleu ici? J'ai-tu une vision? Non, j'ai pas de vision spéciale ici. Je comprends pas. Pourquoi c'est bleu? Je comprends pas. Genre une mission ici, genre? Je sais pas. Mission and Forest. Head to the Garden of Life, list what Yasin has to share. Ça doit être ça, ok? Non. Scanjum Forest. Speak with Diomini. Bon, je connais pas. The Gun, Interview Witness. Eternal. Non plus. Ça doit être. Ok, non. Pourquoi? C'est laquelle? And 4 years. Non plus. Ok, je comprends pas. Je sais pas. Ok, ça a l'air... Il y a une quête site, mais genre, je sais pas. Ah, il y a de quoi là. Il y a de quoi là. And whisper, I cannot. Indeed, when such a grand yet empty throne appears before you, who could resist the urge to sit upon it? En gros, il veut s'asseoir. Ordinary man, maybe a tide more fantasy, chaotic evil. Chaotic evil. Now is the time to rest. Il va dormir de même. Ah. Je sais pas trop à quoi ça sert cette affaire là, par exemple. Oh attends, je peux-tu me rasseoir dessus? Ah oui, je peux. Ok, mettons, maybe a tad more. I just want to take a selfie. Fantasy. Black clouds swarming and at point at your chest, a fierce battle is inevitable. What happened next? No one can fight the same battle twice. The white springs word at the end of the forest at the stair. Ok. En fait, ça va tout être la même pause en fait. Ouais. Ah, je suis d'accord. Je suis d'accord avec ce qu'il dit. D'accord. Bon. Pam para pam para pam param pam para pam. Ah, t'as fini là. Dans le passage secret. Jump now. Run, 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 run. Pa pam para pam. Ok, on va courir un peu plus vite là. Oh, des ennemis. On va leur faire mordre la poussière.
Don't worry, I'll do it. Come on, I choose you.
I grant you this, as you wish.
As you wish.
Life is not as fragile
As butterfly wings.
Please, wait
Oh.
here.
Le gars, je viens de faire 54 000.
I can't die, but forever do it.
Train force. Boom.
Not a bad idea.
Please cherish the time. I grant you this.
Before your soul withers. Puis Mighty va toutes les explosions.
Dying soul,
Face me.
I allow you to accept your punishment.
On va faire de quoi vite vite. Oh. Ah, finalement, on va rien faire.
I'm not in a hurry anyway.
We're not in the hurry anyway. Bon. ça, on est revenu, ça avait bugué un peu. Mais c'est pas grave. On est là.
Remember that.
Je voulais modifier de quoi, mais ça a l'air que ça a bugué un peu mal.
Please, wait here.
59 000. Oh, c'est mort. Ah, vous êtes pas toutes morts.
Hold everyone back again.
Là oui. Un peu pas mal.
The winds of battle never cease.
Il faut aller jusqu'où, mais c'est que c'est loin.
Here we are. Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here? I'm up to...
Oh well. You're quite relieved that the hang isn't around. No one will be there to judge your reading's taste. My professor can't possibly be this shy. One punch god. A cool. Yo. On va pogner lui. Ok, c'est vraiment un livre, ok. Genre littéralement. That's it? Nothing else. This love story abruptly ends at its worst moment. Whether the author lost the motivation to continue or some urgent situation occurred remained unknown. If it were the latter, the Flame River is fully responsible. Battle in Nicanor, next issue on habitus. Invigorating literature, your favorite. This article leaves you feeling empowered, as if you are the author of One Punch God incarnate. D'accord. Puis après ça, ben, ça c'est une autre histoire. After finishing this mind-shaking piece, only one might remain in your mind. The Express Wealth Phone.
Let's take a closer look.
Oh, même là-bas. Allez checker ce qu'elle dit.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, but poor time for fishing. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days?
Superstitions. First, don't buy into them.
You scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard. Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look out.
Something's odd about men. What are they flipping through?
On va aller le revoir.
Oh, these cards are so detailed in ruler, weaver, traveler, healer. But the interpretation for each card is... What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh? But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
Gros, c'est quoi qu'il y a là?
Suspicious. Not like their usual self.
Ok, on va aller regarder encore.
You sure are persistent. Alright. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you
Yes.
guys chatting about? Is this the Emporius Divination Compendium?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination.
Hmm.
But
Oui,
it,
c'est une créature divine. C'est normal.
Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only
A surprise, huh?
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
no, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Hades Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits.
Wow.
It always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown. After all,
Ouais.
the first chapter
Ouais.
of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination.
Strange. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly. Right, I still carry it.
C'est bien. En tout cas.
Wow, it's so exquisite. I'd love.
Those Smith up to the task.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes, it would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that...
Oh non. Ah, c'est Cypher.
Who's there?
Ah non.
You are...
Nice cosplay.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with gold. Are they cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
Bon, ben vous explosez.
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners. Their task was to erase anyone with golden
No.
blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve
Well,
it.
this historical perspective scene. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan?
You should have stated.
Allez, venez vous.
One citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
Just a handful of you here. Who do you think you are fighting? If it's a fight you want, let's get on with it. Enough chit chat.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. Alright, let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
Je vais me battre, moi. Ils auraient explosé.
How's it going, Cinny? This place, it's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treby. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn than in Akama. Do you like it here too, little Ika?
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right. How does the legend go again?
Even Lady Treeby.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember. Ah, now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end. Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land.
Oui.
Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove.
Ouais.
The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memory.
Oh, I forgot. Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Seliosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing. Lord Crediros?
Il est encore en vie, lui?
Miss Hyacinth and Lady Treeby, good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the...
Doing all right. What's going on, Credero?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
Hecky.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the golden threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heir is won by only one vote, Lady Treeby. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble! Miss Hyacinth! Trouble! Clementine!
Okay.
Take a breath. Please! Something terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace!
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and...
Lady Aglaya!
Okay.
It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
Oh non. Faut la sauver. Faut la sauver. Ah.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Gold Weaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Ah non, pas elle.
You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your... incompetence.
Incompetence. Ouf. Elle va péter un plomb.
Humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Ouf.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now? These case you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Je sais pas.
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akuma has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Dromus workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
Ouais. Ils sont pas super.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes too? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaya you are today? Look at those broken, pleading eyes.
N'importe quoi.
How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others.
Oui, faut guider les gens. Mais ouais, pas donner à tout le monde.
Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow.
Moi je tournerai pas le dos à eux autres, je suis désolé.
Enough. If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters, will the wandering wind stop to mourn me, Cyphra?
Désolé. Désolé. Ouh. Oh, Cypher. On va jouer Cypher.
Seamstress!
Oh.
I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures. I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on. As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tear of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait. You've seen one before. And here I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow. A daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Mind your manners, Kitty. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me? Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face.
Oof.
My golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Oh, come on. Can we just do business without all this chatter? Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Oof.
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time. Fine, if you don't want it. There are plenty of others who do.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the gold weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh. What do you have?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Oh, it's shimmering gold.
These golden boots are the gold weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power. Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Cyphra. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
Ouais.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power. You're Amphorius' most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a Goliath.
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied.
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Goliath wasn't trying to trick you?
You're defending her.
No, I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. Let me take a good sniff of this air.
Damn.
It's filled with... Thanks to Casterus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them... Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
80-20 it is. How generous you are, boss lady Cypher.
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's jam...
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasier.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming. Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick.
What's got you so worked up? Relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cypher was afraid of water?
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Hurry up and figure out a way across, or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing. Come on, follow me.
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around?
Oh, je peux l'avoir.
Boss lady?
Trying to trick me into saying something.
God damn.
Not a chance.
You're as sharp as ever. Ooh.
Was this device designed by...
Don't underestimate me, Mission accomplished. Now you don't have...
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20...
Ouais.
Huh. This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick? We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
Non, là.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Grey Mystery and that pink squirrel.
Ok, faut la remettre là. Ah, ok, faut aller là-bas. D'accord, je m'en vais là-bas. Passe pas par là, ça passe par là.
Yes. What are you waiting for? Wow! That's a huge chest. Wow. A massive. As expected for a realm of Fugusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears.
Thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, Cypher. You truly have the most refined taste of all teas in him. Let me try it on. Where is my treasure?
Damn.
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
This is...
demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. Alright,
Wow.
enough fooling around. Here's the real thing.
Cipher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune!
Okay.
Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course, spend nothing.
Whoa! Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Once activated, this thing...
Seriously, what was the Titan thinking when they came up with this thing? Hey! If you don't want the trickery to be exposed, you'd better start by keeping your mouth shut. What do you say?
C'est quoi qu'elle dit? Sting make a racket, then you can be hard for a mile. Just too stupid. What? Huh?
Once activated, this thing makes a racket that can be heard for miles. It's just too stupid.
Seriously,
Okay.
Boss lady, you're absolutely right. I'll be careful with my words.
Engage. Je comprends pas vraiment si ça appartient.
this thing's way too loud when it's on. Let's not stir up more trouble, okay?
Ok.
Ah! This thing's way...
Ok, bon, on va...
Here we go round the river of souls.
Elle va pouvoir me battre avec ça, fort. Hein.
There's a...
On va me battre.
Look at its...
So ugly. Ugly enough to make even me a little imp without a digestive system.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be hard.
So, how about you take the front?
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue. Huh?
On va pouvoir essayer ça, faire. Oh shit.
The air...
Bon, ability. Minor damage has high chance to decrease one enemy and... On va prendre sur le tas, I guess. Hey yo!
We'll take it all.
Hey yo! Hey yo! C'est quoi ce fan service?
Please cherish the place. Wilt here.
You can't run.
Ok, ça va l'air bien comme ça. Je pense que ça va faire mal tout ça là.
I can't die.
Here's the deal.
Ok, ça fait quand même mal, ben. Mais je faisais pas que tu es trop vite, tu vas essayer de s'en faire comme ça. Parce que... Elle s'en vient bientôt.
Fragile, this butterfly. I grant you this.
As you wish.
C'est quand même pas pire.
Thinking of taking advantage of me, aren't you? We'll take it all.
Je peux vendre à combien? Je sais pas, je sais pas comment gamin.
You too will soon head
Oh,
to
I see that.
Play session is over. Everyone believes in becomes a reality. Gotcha.
Tu jouais? Ouais.
Such an ugly and useless. Hey, the bar top.
Ok, je la veux. Je veux ça, elle est forte. Elle est forte.
Look at you, all shaken up. Should be safe here now.
Aye, boss ladies.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time.
Ouais.
Since we've already dug it up, let's hope. Huh.
is this?
Ooh, this looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Akuma?
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akuma. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky.
Triste.
It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akuma, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kepoli's Priestly Court?
Huh. Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Oh, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else.
Oh, I see. But you in a priest robe? No, that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
D'accord. D'accord.
I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot.
J'espère qu'il va y avoir d'autres combats.
Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan. Should we call on that big, noisy car?
Never thought that.
I don't need a controller.
Ok.
Hand of Zagreus. My darling. Activate.
Ah, d'accord.
Not bad. However,
Let's go to the next.
Hey, slow down. That question you asked me earlier.
What did I ask?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest.
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Oh. Is that so? Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. Alright, let's move on to the next treasure trove. Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
When it comes to singing, I still sound better than you, boss.
Wow. Ça c'est méchant.
This scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
Incredible indeed.
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging. Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat? Interesting. Looks like whoever been
Oh, isn't there a myth about
sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here.
puzzles and tricks are right up my...
Facile, facile. Ok, ouais, non. Moins facile que je pensais. Ok. Pourquoi il bouge plus? I know. Ok. Pas vraiment compris.
Told you, nothing can stop me. Cyber, it's your turn now.
Stop! Stay there, and don't turn around.
Huh?
I told you, don't move.
My poor old back.
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
What? Boss, do you mean?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her.
Whoa, whoa. Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes,
Ah,
I
ok.
find
Ouais.
myself leaning more and more on blind, with only the power of this little nymph. Naturally, I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglaya. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
I'm sorry, Cyphera. I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never
Damn.
could have predicted
Ah.
our relationship would
On peut-tu faire un combat, s'il vous
spend
plaît?
centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face. Don't talk to me like that. 1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known. My silence. So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Air's mission needs you. The finale I
Damn.
delayed for far
Faut
too
l'aider.
long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face,
Oof.
it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
C'est donc bien triste. Pourquoi ils veulent pas s'en revoir?
What a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under there.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has...
Aww, hearing that from you makes us... Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her better know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duty.
Could it have been back then?
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted.
Ouais.
Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard...
Whoa! That's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawncloud. I never told you about that. I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth.
Ouais.
You'd never defend Aglaya. Isn't that right, Zagreus?
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving lives.
Purity, Bartolo. Whiskey.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart. Life's been pretty great lately, what?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again,
Wow.
so... Cyphera, your face.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe.
You...
Yes. What about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysosaurs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes. World-renowned swordsmen. Exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? Pauper. Thief. Con artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me and...
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes. Warm you up and... stay here. Stay in my workshop and...
Aren't you going to ask me? How? Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival. At all costs, stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can start putting yourself back together.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar, but honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up. What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, but with the heart that beats in my chest. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, Cyphera, you're an honest thing I've...
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right, let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
Damn. Returning to Trailblazer Pub. C'est quand même triste. Oh, on est encore là. Pressure, fear.
Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy. From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness. Objectively, the rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history.
Ouais. Mais bon.
Even in these crumbling end times, there are always to ask the vested interest.
Les cheveux, tu me promener un peu. Sont là.
There you are, Lord Donghong. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate. You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart. Because Aglaya is dead, and in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
Quoi? Ils ont tué Aglaé? No way.
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of...
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
Misinterpreting mercy, they're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you, I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive, if you feel as lucky as they are. Try me.
Bro, you sound so cool. That's scary. Yo.
Ainan is seriously upset.
Ouch. My.
Out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Finan. We're not here to start a fight. We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else. While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission to buy time. So, Lord Finan.
Leur mission c'est de tuer Aglaé.
Are you...
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as... If the conspiracy is tell us, Lee.
Uh-oh. Force major, the world one wave expression. On my way. Oh no, Aglaé est mort.
Blasted. But how could they stay calm?
Finan, what should we do?
Stay on course.
Won't be merciful this time. Yo. Il est fort, il est fort, il est fort.
Cartonis,
Ah?
you're forging a sword for fine. I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, Aglaya, in this form you come to me. It means...
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has come to an end.
Okay.
It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact I haven't forgotten.
The thing I entrusted to you. Do you still...
Far too plain this vessel is. Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child.
Ah.
She was pure and kind. I often wished my
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them. But the moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was. Though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglaya?
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me.
Damn.
Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman. Now, please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
Aglaé est morte. C'est vraiment
The city is silent. And tension is built. The news is probably spread by... I can't imagine how she could have been taken down by a handful of assassins. Unless it's all a part of her plan. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treby must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message. Let's go.
Il essaie de trouver des... De quoi pour changer son avis, tu vois. Wow. Ça bug énormément. Mon processeur aime pas ça. Ok, on est revenu. Mettre ça à 1. Tout est good, I guess. Tout est revenu normal. Par exemple, ma carte graphique, elle aime pas vraiment ça, je te dirais. On va essayer de... On va baisser un peu les choses. Je pense que c'est good, I guess. Pourquoi j'étais au max, là. Mais bon.
Dunham came back before us. Well, don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Crateros, were you in the city when it happened?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just...
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaia fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, gods.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City Guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
No, that doesn't make sense. The ones who appeared in the grove and those who confronted Dunhung in the abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching and trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaia.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaia gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaia dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Crateros.
Ouais. Quand même. Aucune nouvelle, ça.
The baths are empty.
Je peux comprendre. Aglaia est tombée dedans. Dommage que Miley est pas là.
Hyacinth.
You're back. I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treby and Lady Trinan. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them.
Rodin holding up.
Yes, we witnessed her fight. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan, don't push yourself.
It's fine. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treby and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you?
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treby.
On doit finir par mourir. Casteris, ça va voir l'âme de Aglaé passer dans la mer des âmes.
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Treby,
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong. So they were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey. So we understood her thought. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey. Yet, she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akuma needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right. I think now's the right time.
Elle est même plus là, gros. Nameless recollection, golden thread fry at the fring of an era. The possibility took up to the sentiment formerly hanging on its web. The tragic news heard during your travel. Head to the book and write it down. Ça doit pas être la fin, hein?
Finan, my humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses.
C'est quand même triste, pareil.
The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways. But my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer, but I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows.
Okay.
The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Akuma still has you to guide them, Finan. You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity. Dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way,
Mais bon.
you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Amphorius, the gate to Amphorius's future. Go, complete the flame-chased journey of the prophecy, ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands? Dawn,
quelque chose.
can you do me a favor? Please deliver a message to Lord Crateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglaya has left Amphorius the seeds of hope. Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well.
Bizarre.
Cortonis, what brings you to Marmorial Palace? I plan to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something?
How are you holding up, I wanted to see. Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Oui.
Right, your assessment is. Now, here. Take this.
Oh.
Is this it? You've completed it.
Dawnmaker. The name I've chosen for it. Before dawn, prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature, it does.
Dawnmaker. Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad sword master. Yet you've recreated this so precisely, just from what I described.
Precise, your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames. Its blade will wield it. May triumph always be yours.
Thank you, Cartonis. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Amphorius.
Another thing there is.
Oh.
What's this?
Stored here. The remnants of Aglaya's divinity are. This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little. In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side. May this world never have a need for a deliverer. someone told me long ago. But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she would surely smile.
Ouais. C'est vraiment triste cette histoire-là. J'ai jamais vu une histoire aussi triste. Voyons.
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Will he step up to lead Akuma?
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep them. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the Flame Chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide. To strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennia, has indeed fallen.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver?
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed. The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Finan has a way with words. Oh, all right.
The Flame Chase journey is nearing its end. With only one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila! Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter
Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akuma will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better...
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded to bear the burden of creation. I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith.
Ça bug un peu, je te dirais. Ah, ok, je comprends qu'est-ce qui bug.
There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward.
Faut que je finisse là.
For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations.
La cutscene.
Allow me this moment.
Ma carte graphique est en train
I
de
want to
mourir.
borrow a few minutes of your time. She was
On va
Akuma's
accélérer un peu ça,
dressmaker,
c'est ça qui fait que ça bug.
the leader of the Chrysos. Was being a selfless person.
Oh, ça bug. Allez, fini. C'est long.
That singing sounds so familiar. That's our song. And Snowy used...
Yes, Lady Tree, your songs always just...
Allez.
Don't men...
Goodbye.
I heard what you said.
Not at all.
The Chrysos end.
Who could have thought? Goodbye, Professor. Miss Castros, aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you... Ever since we first... But that's...
Dangerous.
Laughing and chatting with you.
I hadn't thought...
Please, no.
I feel the same.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Castro. Aglaya.
Remember, Finan, after the Chrysos heirs...
Rest assured, the difference between...
Well said.
It's late.
Anything else? Even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
Ah, voilà. Oh.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult... Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaya.
Maybe what I wanted to say wasn't you, child. But this crumbling world. Goodbye, son.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Did you forget me?
Forget you. Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan. See you around. Finding of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mighty-Mouse.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey. And it's still not over yet.
Yes, Cyrene.
I was right. In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
A lot has changed while you were away. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Vinem.
C'est tombé triste.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so
là,
many
c'est pas-
different kinds of. I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here, all the way down. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cyphera, you seamstress. Does Akuma have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawn Cloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it! Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
Let me guess, Cyphera. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawn Cloud to steal that gem, aren't you? And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cyphera?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person. Or even what people call a hero. But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelins! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treby! The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be worthy of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream.
I know, Cyphera. I know, you are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be even worse than everyone else's. You are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey. But you have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery, even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful. And that everyone is... Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it? Even though it's a lie.
Lies will always be lies, Cyphera. But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad, I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time.
None of your business.
Oh.
Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone, they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kindness, the leader of the Cleaners.
Ah, I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the Council Theater, would be the opposition. We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cipher. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cipher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean?
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind, but they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was
Ha! Sacred Art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with a flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
Ouf. Ouais.
I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the grove. And through that, but the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the twilight. I know, little Ika. I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time...
Oh. Ilo, ben j'en ai pas de besoin parce qu'il est pas assez forte.
This was where Professor Anaxa gave us the lesson. I can still see that day in my mind.
And that was your last lesson in the Grove. Now, each of you will head off on your own path. How much the Grove's teachings can help you in the real world depends on how well you can put knowledge into practice. However, heed this warning. If you ever do anything disgraceful out there, don't ever claim you were the student of Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages.
Professor Anaxa, there are still other classes scheduled on the calendar. Are you sure you didn't...
Firstly, call me Professor Anaxagoras. Secondly, to clarify, the last lesson means the last lesson I will teach you. I will be entering seclusion from today onwards to research ancient alchemy, and all my teaching activities will be put on hold.
Ah, I see. So you're saying that the lessons taught by all the other teachers aren't good enough to be considered lessons?
All you do every day is wag that sharp tongue of yours. That's a credit deduction, fine enough IDs Elysiae. I have nothing left to say. Next.
Please wait, Professor. According to the Grove's protocols for a cohort's final class, the lecturer should take some time in that lesson to discuss the students' post-graduation aspirations with them and guide them toward a solid path. Surely you can't skip such a crucial step, Professor.
You live
The teaching assistant, Miss Hyacinth, is truly Professor Anaxa's nemesis.
Fine. Since Hyacinthia insists on this, let's go through the process. Since some of you are so eager to speak, why don't we start with you, Finite of IDs Elysiae? What is your post-graduation aspiration?
Me? Well, it's not exactly an aspiration, but the only thing I want to do is to protect the people I care about.
I see. So you want to be a hero?
How boring.
How boring. Next.
I didn't say.
Castoris, you've been giggling for quite some time. How about you go next?
Perhaps my answer is a bit vague and meaningless, Professor Anaxagoras. I hope the world can be freed from the agony of death, so that every living being may find calming peace.
How naive.
How naive.
So naive that it makes me want to weep for your fairy tale. See, this is why I don't want to follow those outdated protocols. All I get are boring answers. Since you suggested this whole process, why don't you wrap this up, Hyacinthia? Share your aspiration with everyone.
So it's finally my turn. Good thing I came prepared. My aspiration is nothing less than completing the final blank page at the end of the hero's epic.
Blank page? An interesting description. Do explain, Assistant.
I've read all of Amphorius's heroic epics while studying at the Grove, and a common thread came to my attention. Almost every epic ends with a description of the hero's achievements. But few mention how the everyday people of that time lived. No one recorded the struggles and suffering
So you're saying that, instead of legendary heroes, you're more focused on commoners living on the peripheries of historical records.
Perhaps I'm influenced by my background. My ancestor, Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight, raised her spear against the sky and ushered in the flame-chasing era that continues to this day. Her story is told to every child descended from the Skyfolk. We have no doubts about Seliosi's greatness, yet her towering figure overshadowed every record from that entire era. What about the Day Thunder Knight's family, allies, and friends? Her brilliance had become a that's why. I'm glad that my era does not lack heroes. All my ancestors had was a sad past.
Tout ça pour dire qu'elle veut être docteur. Genre.
Instead of becoming a hero and ushering in I wish not to return to the sky, but to walk among the masses on Earth. I believe it's the only way for the saga of creation to include a footnote for the everyday people, and it's... I'm
Tout ça
getting
pour ça.
embarrassed from remembering how I said all that, but my beliefs have never changed. Danny, what are you doing here?
Danny, c'est dingue.
You guessed it. That's the only way. Don't worry. I have little Ika with me. You will protect me, won't you? Good, Ika. What? Oh. Right. If all goes... Oh? Could it be that you too have some kind of hidden powers to make prophecies now?
Désolé.
No, I didn't understand that either. Since we've already met up, why don't you come with me, Danny? That's the dependable express guard for you. So.
Ouais. D'accord. D'accord. Attends, j'en ai 10. Ah non, c'est 20, c'est vrai. Merde. Je peux pas l'avoir. Passer story. Moi je veux Cypher dans mon équipe. Être trop fort.
I want to make something with it. But what to make?
The chromocopter is vibrating. There must be memories of an ancestor nearby.
Ouais. En tout cas. Je vais m'arrêter là pour tout de suite. Et je vais revenir tantôt. Donc, à plus tard.